gentleman yields. I now recognize the gentleman from Guam, Mr. Moylan, for his 5 minutes of testimony.
Mr. Chairman and my fellow colleagues, thank you for holding this hearing and your extensive efforts on issues important to this committee. Any day when I can share with you my district's priorities is a good one. And given the numerous issues that my island is experiencing that fall under the committee's jurisdiction, today is all that much more important. The security of Guam is directly correlated to the homeland and national security of our great nation. Often, discourse surrounding homeland security pertains to our southern border. Migrants flooding in by the thousands, and lack or, frankly, non-existent border policy and threats to our homeland. These concerns are not unique to the mainland. The island of Guam sits in the middle of the Pacific, in close proximity to our allies in the region, such as South Korea, Japan, and the Philippines. However, our strategic location also positions us to be the front door to the United States when in conflict with China. If harnessed correctly, Guam could be America's greatest asset in deterring Chinese aggression before it reaches the shores of our country. But without adequate attention and proportional response to threats to Guam, our shared interests will fester into shared complications. Currently, Guam faces numerous threats, such as illegal migration and severe underfunding, leading to concerning lack of resources. Much of this stems from fundamental misunderstanding of the substance and severity of these issues. The common denominator to Guam homeland insecurity is China. Illegal migration is not unique to our northern and southern borders. In Guam, every coastline is a potential point of entry for illegal migrants to step foot onto the island without documentation or alerting relevant authorities. Given the presence of Andersen Air Force Base and many other military installations critical to our nation's defense, it is essential we do not allow free movement of migrants from the very nation we spend so much of our time here talking about. I have been made aware of episodes where security forces at Andersen Air Force Base have apprehended foreign nationals attempting to illegally access the base, including by use of small boats, making landing on the northern coastline of Guam under the cover of night. Finally, annual Homeland Security grants are determined by the SHSP risk profile formula, which focuses on potential for a terrorist attack in each jurisdiction. Now, while Guam is not a high-value target for traditional terror groups, its chief concern is state-sanctioned gray zone warfare, such as the high-publicized hacks of critical infrastructure by the CCP. The current $1 million annually that our local DHS office receives is nowhere near adequate to counter the state-level threats that our local government faces daily. My colleagues, without your support and the joint effort of the committee, China inches closer to our shores by the day. Their aggression becomes increasingly brazen, and frankly, it is un-American to passively watch our sovereignty and our national security hang by a thread. Protecting Guam's interest is protecting America's interest. I urge you to recognize the pressing nature of these issues and join me in retaking an offensive position in this matter. I thank you for the chance to come and speak before the committee today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
I want to thank the member from Guam for his testimony. Really appreciate that. It was actually enlightening to me about the intrusion into the base. Thank you for that. I'd love to have you send some link or something to me if you could on that. That would be very helpful. I think my staff would appreciate that.